Inside the ark, Noah and his family had been waiting for 7 days for the prophecy to come true. Outside the ark, the people laughed at the man who said there would be a flood. On the 8th day, the sky changed. Darkness gathered overhead. Thunder rolled across the heavens. Lightning split the sky. Then something began that no one on earth had ever seen before. Rain fell from above. At first, the people stared in shock. Then fear began to take hold. The animals roamed in panic, their cries echoing across the land, as though they sensed the doom that had come upon the world. But the storm only grew worse. The rain did not fall gently. It poured down in torrents. Rivers overflowed their banks. Water rushed into the valleys, and from beneath the earth, the fountains of the great deep burst open. Water shot upward with terrible force. Massive rocks were hurled into the air and then buried deep in the ground. Very quickly, the world began to come apart. The people watched as the works of their hands were destroyed before their eyes. Their grand buildings fell. Their beautiful gardens and groves vanished. Their idols and altars were torn down. The places where they had dishonored God and even offered human sacrifices were swept away in His judgment. Now they could no longer deceive themselves, but knew that the living God was real, and that their rebellion had brought this destruction upon them. The storm increased in fury. Trees, rocks, buildings, and earth were thrown in every direction. The terror of man and beast was beyond description. Even Satan himself, forced to remain amid the violence of the elements, feared for his own existence. He had delighted in ruling such a powerful race, and now he raged as he watched them perish. Many of the people cursed God, even as destruction closed in around them. Others were seized with terror and stretched out their hands toward the ark, begging to be let in. But it was too late. God had shut the door. The only entrance was closed, and no human hand could open it. Some beat against the ark, some tried to break in, some clung to its sides, until the raging waters, falling trees, and flying rocks tore them away. Their repentance came too late. Noah had warned them, mercy had pleaded with them, but now judgment had come. Inside the ark, the storm was terrifying. The ark pitched and rocked violently. The animals inside cried out in fear. Yet through all the chaos, the ark remained secure. Angels of God guided it and preserved it from destruction. For 40 days and 40 nights, amid the full force of the storm, its preservation was a miracle of divine power. And all outside the ark perished in the waters of the flood. At last, the violence passed. Noah and his family began to wait and watch for the waters to go down. Noah longed to step once more onto dry ground. He sent out a raven, which flew back and forth. Then he sent out a dove, but finding no place to rest, it returned to the ark. After 7 more days, he sent the dove out again. This time it returned with an olive leaf in its mouth. The family rejoiced. At last, hope was visible. The ark landed on Mount Ararat, but still Noah and his family had to wait in the ark. Then an angel came down and opened the door of the ark. God called Noah and his family to come out. And Noah's first act was not to build a shelter, not to claim the land, not to begin again for himself. His first act was worship. He built an altar to the Lord and offered of the clean beasts and birds, giving thanks to God for preserving them through the judgment. His sacrifice rose before God as a sweet offering, and God blessed Noah and his family. In that moment, a lesson was given for every generation to come. When God shows mercy, our first response should be gratitude and worship. Then God gave Noah a promise. Never again would a flood destroy all life upon the earth. And as a sign of that covenant, he placed his bow in the clouds. The rainbow would stand as a testimony to every generation, a reminder that God had judged the world for its wickedness, but also a reminder that his mercy still rests upon the earth. Whenever the clouds gather and the rainbow appears, it speaks both of justice and of compassion. The old world had passed away. A new beginning had come, but humanity would still need the grace of God, the promised Redeemer, and hearts willing to obey him. Next time, the Tower of Babel.